Greetings everyone, and welcome to part 4, shelf 4 of my complete DVD and Blu-ray horror overview collection. Yes, so we passed the halfway point last time with shelf number 3. We're going to get into shelf number 4. Once again, rock solid Blu-ray right across the board. Got lots of cool stuff on there to check out, so let's get right to it. Shelf number 4 on the complete DVD and Blu-ray collection horror overview overview. Today on the Multimedia Chronicles on Fright Night Friday. Welcome back. Okay, let's get right to it, shall we? Zooming down to shelf number 4. Really having to bend down now, but okay, we'll try to do this before the back spasms begin. So beginning here, we have the collector's edition of Society. Very, very odd film. I actually haven't watched this yet. I got this based on Skinslip's recommendation. Yeah, apparently really, really cool. And this is a super limited edition from Arrow Films, actually. Or Arrow Video. Yeah, Arrow Video. Good old Arrow Video from the UK. Recently opened up, started doing distribution in the States. So you can actually get a lot of their titles here now, which is pretty cool. And then we have the Criterion edition of Videodrome. One of David Cronenberg's all-time greats. Really, really good stuff. Just going to put a couple of these up here just to kind of get them out of the way. Alright, then we have sort of little collector's edition section here. Got the Blu-ray of Dario Argento's Phenomena. Very cool stuff. I also have the, probably saw in a previous episode there. Oh yeah, actually the very first part of the overview, I actually also have the DVD edition. So yeah, pretty cool. They were basically sent to me by viewers, so I had no control over that. Then I got the Arrow edition of Day of the Dead on Blu-ray, which is actually the very first time I had ever seen this. This is another one that was sent to me by Bookhouse Boy 77, now known as Foghorn Lonesome. And then we've got Cabin in the Woods. Love Cabin in the Woods. This is just a treat for fans of horror in general. It's just basically a love letter to the entire genre of horror. Has a lot of fun playing with the stereotypes and stuff. I don't know if I've ever actually done I don't think I've done a review of that one as of this recording. I should really get on that because it's a great movie. Pet Sematary, classic Stephen King story. I know a lot of people love this movie. I've not seen it in a very, very long time, to the point where I'm not even 100% sure if I've seen it, actually. I'm sure I must have seen it. I just don't remember. It's been so long. I got Donnie Darko. This is the 10th anniversary edition? No, this is just the director's cut edition. This has the theatrical cut and the director's cut. There's actually a better edition of this out that was like the 10th anniversary or 15th anniversary edition, something like that. And it's got more content in it, so I'll probably be picking that up. I'll grab both of these here. We got the original, the original Carrie, the 70s. Was it 70s? Should say here, yeah, 1976 version. And then we also have just looking at the year here, the 2013 version with Chloe Grace Moretz, Hit Girl herself, as Carrie in this one. Yeah, I've seen this one before a few times. I have not watched this one yet. The plan is actually to do a double bill of both of them and then do a combined review video, so look forward to that. And here, again, not strictly horror, but this falls into the post-apocalyptic genre, so I kind of put post-apocalyptic stuff in here as well. We have the Scream Factory Collector's Edition of Mad Max. Really, really nice edition. Got the just sort of regular Blu-ray of the Road Warrior. I have to go with the crowd and say this is the best of the original trilogy. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, which is a really odd film that feels like it's two different movies. And then got, of course, Mad Max Fury Road, the 3D edition. Actually, still haven't got around to watching this. I need to get on that. And I'll do probably a big, massive Mad Max video or something like that. And then you know I'm a huge fan of this franchise. We've got Dead Space Downfall, which is the prequel movie that takes place prior to the first game. And then we've got Dead Space Aftermath, which actually takes place between the first and second game. They did not do a third movie to tie in with the third game, sadly. Reviews are kind of mixed on these. I really liked them a lot, actually. I really enjoyed them. And they're all canon. This is all canon to the game story. All the Dead Space stuff across all the different mediums. That includes the comics, the games, the novels, the animated movies. It's all canon to the overall story, which is pretty cool. Then we've got Predators, the only Predator film I actually own on Blu-ray, because Predator the Ultimate Hunter Edition is a fucking piece of crap. It is an absolute abomination and a textbook example of how not to transfer a film to Blu-ray. So if you have that, just throw it in the fire right now, because it's a terrible, terrible, terrible Blu-ray. Just don't even bother with it. And the previous edition before that is loaded with MPEG-2 artifacting, because it's an old crappy MPEG-2 encode. The Thing, my all-time favorite sci-fi horror movie. Yes, love these. Love The Thing so much. These, I say, as if there's more than one of them. And I also have the Region 2 edition, which the main reason I have this is this was sent to me by David Bunch of Numbers a while back, a longtime viewer, an awesome guy. The reason I have this is because they messed up the extras on this. For the most part, they both have the same extras. However, the way they are presented is better on the Region 2 edition. For example, there's like an 80-minute long documentary about the making of the movie. You can only access it on the Region A version by accessing it through a picture-in-picture feature while the movie is playing. Whereas here, it just presents it on its own. And in fact, I think the picture-in-picture version is missing some bits of the documentary too. So this has the complete thing on its own. And then, of course, I also have the 2011 version. The prequel, this sort of prequel. Yeah, I did a big, long video, two-part video about this, giving my thoughts on it. I'm a huge fan of the 1982 version, so I had high hopes for this, especially when I heard they were going to do a lot of practical effects. Turned out they glossed over all those lovely practical effects with really shitty CG. So it was very disappointing. And they changed a bunch of shit, too, that should not have been changed, given that it was a prequel, and it was already set in stone. Anyway, you can watch my video about that if you want to check that out. Then we got Day of the Triffids. This is the, was it 2009, 2010? 2009. Yeah, this is the 2009 miniseries version. My favorite to this day remains the, I'll show you this here, the 1981 BBC miniseries version. To me, this is still the definitive adaptation, and even though it's fairly low budget by today's standards, I think story-wise and character-wise and everything, it still holds up really, really well. I really like that one a lot. And then got Westworld. Love Westworld. Scared the shit out of me as a kid. Many see this as a precursor to the Terminator. So, pretty cool stuff. I still need to pick up Future World, actually. Show Factory put out an edition of Future World, so... And got Species. I do not own, nor have I ever seen any of the sequels. I actually saw the original here in theaters, and I always liked it. Especially, I liked it, well, I mean, obviously for the hot lead actress, but also for all of the design work by H.R. Giger, who, of course, did all the designs for the original Alien, and it was quite an amazing artist. Pandorum, which I still maintain to this day, is one of the most underrated sci-fi horrors in recent years, and everybody should see it. And it's a real shame that the planned prequel and sequel never happened, because I would have loved to see this story completed. And we have The Mist, which I know a lot of people are very divided on. This is the 2-disc edition. This is the good edition to get, because this also includes the black and white version, which I actually still have yet to watch. I know. I swear I do watch my Blu-rays. I just haven't watched all of them because, well, there's a lot. And, of course, Young Frankenstein, which I've seen many, many times. This is the lovely 40th anniversary edition. It has a nice sort of gatefold slipcover and stuff like that. Loaded with extras. Yeah, fantastic. If you want to get the most out of Young Frankenstein, here's what you got to do. First, watch the original Frankenstein movie, followed by from 1931, followed by Bride of Frankenstein, followed by Son of Frankenstein. Then watch Young Frankenstein. You will get so much more out of it if you do that, and you will have an absolute blast. Then we have Shaun of the Dead, Canadian Steelbook edition. And I think I hear my little one having a bad dream. I'll be right back. Okay, crisis averted. So, yes, Shaun of the Dead, very funny British zombie romantic comedy, or as the poster said, a romantic comedy with zombies. This is the Canadian Steelbook edition, very nice indeed. There was a whole bunch of these that came out a few years ago. I got a few of them. I got the one for Shaun of the Dead, I got Hot Fuzz, I got Kill Bill Volumes 1 and 2, V for Vendetta, all in very nice Steelbook editions. And then this was a gift from a viewer recently, the complete first season of The Strain, which TV shows I find I have even less time to watch, so I haven't had a chance to sit down and check this out. I've actually only just been getting caught up on The Walking Dead, so yeah, good times. And then a nice pair of movies here. Speaking of, you sort of have the little zombie section going on here. Actually, even though The Strain is vampires, isn't it? Anyway, 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later. Very cool, very nice, very good movies. Enjoyed both of these very much. I only just saw the sequel for the first time a couple years ago, or a couple Halloweens ago. Dawn of the Dead, the 2004 movie. Now, I did a rant about this a while back, saying that the Blu-ray edition didn't include all the extras that were on the DVD. This one actually does, because this is a combined DVD Blu-ray edition, and the DVD is basically just the DVD that has all the extras on it. So you get whatever's on the Blu-ray, and then you get everything else on the DVD edition that's included. This particular edition is actually kind of hard to find now. I just snagged it when I saw it, so pretty cool. And then we have The Horde. This was another gift from a viewer, actually. I watched this a few Halloweens ago and really enjoyed it a lot. It's very well done. I might give it a rewatch and do a review at some point. And then we have The Return of the Living Dead, which my understanding is getting a Scream Factory release, so might have to check that out at some point. This, even though this is basically a bargain bin version, you see this in the bargain bins all the time, it's got quite a pile of extras on it. It's very nice edition indeed. And then here, I know people are very mixed on these. I've done videos about these before, so I'll just do sort of a quick overview. Got these lovely Steelbook editions of the first 5 Resident Evil movies. Let's get Resident Evil Apocalypse. If we take a look at the backs there, that's sort of nice artwork on the back as well. And then there we go. These were Future Shop exclusives. Future Shop, of course, is no longer around. Very sad. They have now been assimilated by Best Buy. And we got Resident Evil Extinction, Resident Evil Afterlife. There we go. These do not include the 3D versions, by the way. They're just the 2D versions. But very snazzy steelbooks. I am sure you'll agree. And there you go. And needless to say, there is the 6th one is currently in production, which apparently is going to be the last one. They're actually wrapping it up. So if I'm hoping there will be a steelbook edition, so I can complete this set quite nicely. So very cool. A couple I'd really like to pick up is the 2 CG animated Resident Evil movies. I've heard they're really good. I'd like to check those out. Then we've got The Last House on the Left. This is the original, not the remake. I've not seen the remake and don't care if I ever do, to be honest. I really enjoyed this one a lot. This is more sort of exploitation style horror, Good old revenge flick, but really good stuff. Well, actually, you know, I might check out the remake at some point, because here we have The Hills Have Eyes and The Hills Have Eyes 2, both of which had the involvement of Wes Craven, the original creator of the series. And I actually really enjoyed these quite a bit. I thought this one was better than this one, but still, good times. I did a review of these a couple Halloweens ago. And then we have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, and presently it's the only Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie I have. Yes, I really need to reacquire the first one, actually. I'd like to give that a rewatch before jumping into the second one. And then we got Misery. Great, great movie. This is such a good movie. I did a review of this a couple years ago, too. Then we got Silent Hill and Silent Hill Revelation 3D edition. Got both of these really cheap. I think maybe $20 between the two of them, like for both of them. But didn't get them at the same time. But yeah, I know. Again, this is another thing fans are very split on. Movies based on video games, yeah, they're very hit and miss. I really enjoyed both of these, actually, and I don't care what anybody says about it. So there you go. And this is actually an HD DVD. I do not have an HD DVD player, but this is the combo format. So this is basically, if we take a look at it here, it's a flipper disc. So on one side is the HD DVD version, on the other side is the DVD version. So this was sent to me by a viewer a while back. By the way, speaking of The Thing, to date, the HD DVD version of The Thing has the best quality transfer of any high-def release to date. So, yeah, don't know if that's enough for me to jump out and try to find a player, but there we go. So then we get into kind of our little found footage section here. We've got the Chernobyl Diaries, which I actually really enjoyed. I generally enjoy found footage films. I'm not too harsh on them, criticness-wise. I don't know what the word would be for that. It's very late. Then we got As Above, So Below. This was really, really good. Really good. Definitely going to review that at some point. Apollo 18. Actually really enjoyed this one as well. You know, in space, things are dangerous. What can I say? And then we have got the new one. I guess the new one just came out. It hasn't come out on Blu-ray yet. We got the Paranormal Activity series, which, again, I know people seem to love them or hate them. I love them personally. I really enjoyed this entire series. So I've got all the first 4 there, and then, of course, the marked ones, which is basically number 4.5. And then we have the official Paranormal Activity 5 that just came out recently. Was it The Ghost World or something like that? I can't remember. But yeah, so anyway, I really like these a lot. I think it's a really good series. The thing I enjoy about them is the consistency of the continuity between them and how each one builds on the existing mythology. Let's move these over for a moment here. And then we have Troll Hunter. This is fantastic and such a fun movie. Really, really good stuff. I actually watched this with Rosie this past Halloween, and she really enjoyed it a lot. In particular for all the different designs on the trolls and stuff like that. Really, really cool movie. It's just scary enough. It's not like overly gory, but it's a lot of fun. And then we have the Babadook. Oh, this is some freaky stuff, kids. And this is the special limited edition slipcover. Very, very nice. Gotta like that. There is a Canadian slipcover as well, which does not have the pop-up Babadook in it. So, very cool. Basically a very scary children's book terrorizing a single mom and her kid. And then we have Mama, which I did a review of a couple years ago. Just showed this to Skinslip for the first time recently, and it freaked the shit out of him. It was a lot of fun. He doesn't scare easy, so it's always nice to find something that scares the shit out of him. Yeah, so really, really good stuff there, produced by Guillermo del Toro. And then we have the Insidious trilogy, another one that I really like for the consistency of the continuity of the story. I still have to see the third one, actually. I've been a little bit busy, as you probably gathered. I haven't had much chance to watch movies the past few weeks. But, yeah, really enjoyed the first 2 a lot, and definitely looking forward to the third one. I reviewed the first 2 a couple Halloweens ago. And then another one I really enjoyed, actually, people were saying if you like Insidious, you need to check this one out. It's even scarier. Picked up, got The Conjuring. I bought this one basically on the recommendations of my viewers, saying you got to see The Conjuring. It's scary as hell. And having seen it now, I concur. It really is scary as hell. I still need to pick up Annabelle, actually, which ties into this. I've heard it's not as good, but still want to get it anyway. And here we have, we're going to pull all 4 of these out. Actually, no, we're going to pull all 5 of these out. This is what I like to call my classy horror movies. We've got the Criterion edition of The Uninvited. Very cool ghost story from way back in the day. We've got the Criterion edition of The Innocents, based on Henry James' Turn of the Screw. Now, I talked about the DVD editions I had, not of this one. This is the first edition I've had of this, but the DVD editions of these next 3 and The Innocents a while back. Got the original Hauntings, not the remake. This is the original, like early '60s version, or 60s or 50s. It is 60s, yeah, 1963. And then we've got The Legend of Hell House. This is another Scream Factory title. Is it Scream Factory? Yeah, Scream Factory. Really, really good British haunted house movie. And then finally we got The House of Wax 3D. So a few years back, we were going way back now, like 2009, I think, or 2010. I did a pair of movies called A Couple of Classy Horror Movies. And then I did a couple more classy horror movies. And I talked about these 4 here. And they are absolutely 4 of my all-time favorite horror movies right here, as far as the classics go. And The Uninvited now has a very welcome place in that collection. It was just kind of a blind buy. I picked up last year and checked it out and really enjoyed it. And then next up we've got Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, another one produced by Guillermo del Toro. Did I? Yeah, no, so another one that he didn't direct but produced. So I was just double checking that Mama was. I was like, I wasn't mixing up Mama with this one, was I? But no, he produced both of them. So good stuff. You know, if his name's on something, you're in for a treat. So Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. This was one I think I meant to review back when I originally watched it, and I just never got around to it. But I'll just say right now, really enjoyed this one a lot. Very effective use of CG for some of the creatures in it and stuff. And but more than anything else, it just has really, really well done atmosphere. And then we have Silent House, which actually I should put in my found footage section. This is basically a found footage film. The cool thing about Silent House is the whole thing takes place in real time. So the running time of the movie is the amount of time it takes for the events in the movie to take place. So the whole thing is like just 90 minutes of ratcheting up the tension. And really like this one a lot, actually. It's about time I did a rewatch and a review. And what else we got here? This is one I need to get around to seeing. This is a recommendation of Skinslip and Stoudman. We have We Are Still Here, which is a haunted house movie. It's actually got a reversible cover. If we take a look inside, we've got, I don't know how well you can see it, we've got another cover inside, a little more colorful. And that cover art is actually used for the disc art as well. Had a heck of a time finding the Blu-ray edition of this in the wild. Best Buy had the DVD only, and then I found the, where did I find this? I think I found it like at Walmart or something of all places. It was just like a really random find, so that was pretty cool. And then finally we have The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. It's wonderful watching this in the original movie form like this, because the first, like, I don't know, how long is the movie? The movie is 68 minutes. So it's actually just a hair over an hour. So like the first 60 of that 68 minutes are very happy-go-lucky and fun and light entertainment. And the last like 8 minutes are just the most balls-to-the-wall terror you've ever seen. The whole sequence where Ichabod is being chased through through the night by the Headless Horseman is just terrifying. I watched this with Rosie this past Halloween, and we both really enjoyed it. I hadn't seen the full movie version before. I'd only seen The Legend of Sleepy Hollow kind of as a standalone short. That's often how it shows up in the Disney Halloween specials and such. So this is the first time I'd seen the full movie version, and boy, what a contrast when you get to the end of the the story of Ichabod there, it's pretty intense compared to the rest of the movie. But yeah, so Rosie was like just clinging to me through that whole sequence. It was awesome. So never let it be said that Disney can't do horror, because boy can they ever when they want to. And there we go, and that actually brings us to the end of the Blu-rays. I'm so sorry, but you knew it had to end eventually. There will be more. I mean, for the most part, I only buy movies on Blu-ray now, with very few exceptions. So next time we'll get into shelf number 5. You can just see some hints of it there, and yeah. So let's head on over to the wide shot and do the outro, shall we? And there you have it. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. Lots of good collector's editions in there. The whole Mad Max saga. You know, you got all the Resident Evils, which I know every single person in the world absolutely loves those movies. And all the found footage stuff as well, which I know, again, every single person in the world loves found footage movies. Its universal appeal is universal. Yeah, obviously I'm being sarcastic there. For those of you who don't detect sarcasm, that was sarcasm. Okay, so that is it for this edition. We'll see you next time for shelf number 5. Is that the end? Well, not quite. There's still at least one more part I want to do after this, so we still got to talk about the collector's editions there. Well, we mentioned the Halloween set briefly when I was showing all the Scream Factory stuff, but yeah, there's a few others there I wanted to go into. So anyway, next time is all DVD, actually. We're out of the Blu-rays already. Wow, that went so fast. But yeah, anyway, so we'll be into the rest of the DVDs next time. And yeah, cool. Alrighty. I'd just like to take a moment to thank my Patreon sponsors. Thanks, Patreon sponsors. You guys and gals are awesome. Big thumbs up, big kudos. Special big thanks to my 2 highest level sponsors, namely Kyle Pellegrini and Get Your Gorgeous On, the awesome e-mag run by Michelle O'Toole and Simon Hedger. Sybin, do I have a code? Do I have a code in by Dode? Yes. So thank you. Appreciate it, guys. And for everybody else, please do consider becoming a Patreon sponsor, because it only helps me to do more of this stuff for you. And I know I want to do that. I'm pretty sure you want me to do that. So let's make it happen. Alrighty. That is it from me to you for now. So until next time, thanks for watching, and sayonara.